Well, guys, I've got some incredible news. We finally did it. We are a YouTube partner. We are finally getting monetized on the channel via ads. Thank you so much to all you guys that are subscribing. Thank you guys to all that are watching all the videos. I really do appreciate it. It's because of you guys that I get to make these videos and inform you guys on things. And I will be finalizing some membership stuff too. The tiers are going to go $1, $3, $5. And I'll explain that more in a future video. But it's basically going to go like this. $1 is basically going to be supporting the channel and all the builds that we're doing now and into the future. And then $3 is going to be providing you with information on what parts you should get for your car based off your goals. And then $5 is going to be everything that has to do with your car based off your goals, whether it's power, going around the track, what parts should you use, what will break, what won't break, how much, your budget, what's your budget, so budget builds, stuff like that. I'll give you all the knowledge I know from thousands and thousands and thousands of hours reading the internet through Reddit pages and forums for Camaros, Dodge products like Hellcats, Ford Mustangs, BMWs, Nissan GTRs, you name it, I've looked it up, and I've also personally spoken with some of the best tuners and best shops on the planet. So I do actually have a lot of unlicensed but professional advice that I would love to share with you guys. Just $1, $3, $5. Like I said, I'll get that finalized in the coming days. But going off the other good news, Stellantis. I have good news about Stellantis, aka Dodge, in this matter. How insane is that? Let's get into it. And thanks to Mopar Insiders, just a couple days ago, we got an update on what Dodge is going to be doing. Sources say Dodge is prioritizing the ICE Charger models amid demand. Well, no freaking kidding. I'll tell you what, that front looks pretty good. You throw some carbon fiber in that, whoo! Maybe get rid of some of the grill stuff here. Though people will probably custom make these. Man, I tell you what, I think it looks good. I think it looks good. That blue, that's just a great blue, honestly. So basically, originally, the Stellantis, aka Dodge, was going to plan a late 2025 debut of the internal combustion engine vehicles, the six-packs. Now remember, they're twin-turbo inline-six vehicles. I think the regular, like, base-ish version, I think the regular base version is supposed to be about 420 horsepower, with the six-pack high output being, like, 550 all-wheel horsepower. 550 crank horsepower to all the wheels. That's insane. Now, of course, this vehicle is still going to be pretty heavy, but it is quite interesting that what they're trying to do is bring these out faster than they initially stated. So let's go ahead and read a little excerpt here. Initially, Dodge has planned a phased rollout of all its new Charger lineup, with the all-electric Daytona First Edition models debuting, followed by the ICE Charger Sixpack in Q1 2025. Not long after that announcement, Dodge pushed the six-pack launch back to late 2025. Now, remember, let's reiterate that. Dodge was going to put out the twin-turbo V6 engines, or inline-six engines, sorry, not V6, let's be correct here. Inline-sixes, first quarter of 2025. Guys, that's like 2 months away, right? January is around the corner. February is around the corner. But then they pushed it back to late 2025. But now they're flip-flopping, basically moving to produce the ICE engines quicker than their battery counterparts. Because, guys, we've complained about the battery crap forever. We have. Why would you... I said this in a previous video. Why would you bring out the battery version first? You have tons of Chargers and Challengers from V6 up to V8s on the road, people who enjoy those vehicles for what they are, people who modify vehicles like the Hellcats and stuff like that, and the high horsepower ones, they're going to go out and buy the ICE version. They want to see the ICE version. They want to see if the computers are going to be locked. What if Dodge doesn't lock the computers? If Dodge does not lock the computers or make it hard to crack at all, you can kiss Mustang goodbye. You can kiss them goodbye. Because a downpipe in an email, as the BMW crowd says, a downpipe in an email, this car will be pushing around 650, if not 700 all-wheel horsepower, which is like around 800 plus crank, with a downpipe and a tune. I'm dead serious. That's how serious these all-forged internal twin-turbo inline-six vehicles are. That's the seriousness in which we're talking with performance gains. It's that easy, it's that cheap, it's that real. So it's in Dodge's best interest to make sure that these aren't super locked. Are they going to listen to that? Who knows? But it's good to see, because another thing that's worth mentioning is the fact that these inline six engines, they've been out for a while. They're in some trucks now. They've been in the Jeeps. This isn't Dodge's first rodeo producing these. So when they come out at 550 horsepower with the two-door version of the Charger, the high output version, that engine will probably have no issues. They've already vetted the engine. They've already gone through the issues, the trials and tribulations, because they've been in vehicles prior for over a year now. I want to say it's been like a year and a half, a year and 3/4. They've had this engine out for a while. So they know how robust it is, what the issues are. So when they go to produce these engines in-house, like assemble them and whatnot, for the Charger, they're going to make sure there are going to be absolutely no issues whatsoever. So that's promising. So we could be seeing the new Charger Sixpack by mid-2025. Now, with that news, they're actually in the wild now. And there's something I want to talk about specifically for this vehicle, is not the design cues. We know what it looks like. It's this, performance features. So check this out. Obviously 6-piston front brakes and 4-piston rears. That makes sense, right? But there's 20-inch by 11 aluminum front wheels, 305 35s on the front, and 20 by 11.5 325s. So here's the thing. These cars are going to be heavy, but you have a huge opportunity to drop almost 100 pounds just with wheels and tires. And no way on this planet Earth does the fronts need to be 305. Knock that down to a 275. Bingo, lightweight wheel, and the tire will be lighter as well. And then the rear 325s, in no world does that need to be that big. Knock it down to a 305, maybe a 315. But let's do a 305. That's plenty. And then a lightweight tire because it's smaller, and a lightweight wheel. Holy crap, the weight savings you would get on this thing. So I'm actually excited that they come with such a big wheel and tire setup, because it would be a good set to have on the side for the winter, or, you know, whatever, rainstorm, for traveling, stuff like that. So having a big set like that on the side is pretty nice to have when you need it, but getting a race setup that can be streetable too, right, would be really nice. And save you a lot of weight too. So they're talking about the horsepower again, 550 for the high output, 420 for the base or standard output version. Now, all-wheel drive, okay, standard all-wheel drive, yep. Dodge may offer a rear-wheel drive option. That'll be interesting. For warmer climates who don't need all-wheel drive. Nah, all-wheel drive or nothing. Even though it's going to add more weight to the car, all-wheel drive offsets that because it shoots out like a rocket. Dodge's ICE commitment, we've talked about that they're going to be pushing that. What does this say? The Hurricane engine-powered Dodge will give the Brotherhood of Muscle a gas option that provides better horsepower and torque than the 5764. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, overall, this is really, really good news. They're testing the mules now, which, again, the engine shouldn't have any issues, so maybe it's a lot of suspension stuff and electronics that they're trying to, get through. But overall, really, really good news, in my opinion. And I might wait. I'm still probably going to get a work vehicle here pretty soon, but I might be waiting for the second vehicle I'm going to get. I'm going to see how these are. I'm going to see how expensive they are. They better not be too expensive, Dodge. Dodge, they better not be too expensive. You will kill the brand farther if it's a $65,000+ vehicle for the high output. It better be $55,000. It better be $55,000. Maybe no more than 60. Maybe. I'll let you push it. No more than 60, but it better be $55,000, and the standard output should start around $38,000 to $42,000. So if that's going to start at $38,000 to $42,000, why can't the high output start at $55,000, maybe even $53,000? like a little bit over 10K more. That sounds freaking reasonable to me. It really does. Maybe they'll pull a Mercedes and the standard output will have the same forged internals as a high output. And if that's the case, and you can tune these, don't get the high output, just get the standard. It's forged internals through and through, same parts. They just tuned it differently. You know what I mean? Mercedes does do stuff like that. I think BMW does that stuff too. They just tune it differently. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Again, thank you guys for watching the videos, for being subscribed. Big things coming for sure. Stay tuned for the membership stuff. I really want to help you guys out with your car builds for those that want to support the channel. I'm not some Joe Schmo, I guess. I've done a lot of research. Seriously, believe me when I say that. I've spent thousands of hours, and I'll give you my unlicensed professional advice. I will never steer you in a direction that's bad. Never. I'll just give you, here's the information. Do what you want with it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. That's it to me. I'll see you guys in the next one.